Hello, it's time for Flashback, the weekly history quiz. Let's find out what's happened in history. In 1933, Wiley Post is the first to fly solo around the world. He says the hard part isn't flying, it's the jet lag. I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. One of the first known cities, Chronological, is settled. There are no streets between houses. People walk on rooftops and drop in via holes in the ceiling. That's a good fact. That'll obviously be very ancient. Yeah, 7,000 BCE. Unbelievable. Incredible. I love that. New Coke debuts. It alters Coca-Cola's flavor, causing outrage and a lawsuit. A judge dismisses the case on legal grounds, but says that he prefers Pepsi. Fine. When is this? I actually don't know. Is it the 80s? I'm not sure when New Coke was. It is, 1985. Navajo code talkers serve at Iwo Jima, helping the U.S. win the battle. They send secret messages about 90 times as fast as using a machine. Well, obviously, that's the Second World War. So, goes right here, 1945. During China's spring and autumn period, Zhou dynasty astronomers see stars falling like rain. It's one of the first recorded meteor showers. I think we can, I actually don't know exactly when this would be, but we can very safely place it between this incredibly large 9,000 year gulf. 687 BCE. Okay. Audrey Hepburn stars in Breakfast at Tiffany's. An introvert, she later said the performance was one of the hardest roles she ever played. This is one of those films that's a really great film, except for one performance in it that does make it very difficult to watch, which is very frustrating. A real shame. Anyway, that'll go in here somewhere. 1961. Elbridge Gerry, a Democratic Republican, draws bizarrely shaped election districts to help his party win in Massachusetts. It's dubbed a gerrymander. I didn't know the origin of that phrase. Right. Well, the fact that he was a Democratic Republican, this is the predecessor to the Democratic Party, which eventually, its name was eventually sort of shaved down a bit. So that makes me think, well, actually, never mind. Once again, there's only one place this can possibly go between 687 BCE and 1933. It obviously is somewhere in here. So yeah, 1812. There we go. Okay. Athens forms the Delian League to fight Persia. The Athenians then used the group to enrich themselves, taxing and threatening their own allies. That'll go in here shortly. Yeah, not by a huge margin. 478 BCE. Joseph Fourier, a physicist, says the Earth should be colder than it actually is. He then realizes that the atmosphere traps heat, creating the greenhouse effect. Do I think that is before or after 1812? This is the first one that feels tricky. That's an amazing insight, though. It is incredible when you discover when people have the kind of initial instinct about something that later could be investigated through much more direct kind of measurement and experimentation. I find that sort of thing very, very impressive. Anyway, do I think this is before or after 1812? I think I'm going to guess after, but I don't have a strong basis on which to. It was not long after. Yeah, my uncertainty was, I think, justified. Only 12 years later. So yeah, there we go. All right, let's check what tripped people. Oh, right. This was a lower percentage of people getting all the answers correct this week. That's funny because this one did seem, maybe it was that one that tripped people up, because in general, this one seemed pretty straightforward to me. So just about everybody, of course, placed one of the first known cities, Chronological. And then nearly everybody correctly placed China's spring and autumn period. When else would this have been? What did those 4% of people do? A third of people misplaced Athens. Okay, fair enough. So they must have put it before China's spring and autumn period. It's not that far off. So, in long historical terms. So that makes sense, I guess. And then a fifth of people misplaced Elbridge Gerry, the Democratic Republican. I guess this one seemed obvious to me because of the party name Democratic Republican, but that might not be as widely known. And yes, this was the one, as I expected, was the one that tripped people up. More than half of people, a majority of people, misplaced Joseph Fourier and the greenhouse effect insight. There we go. Let's see. Of course, just about nearly everybody correctly placed Navajo code talkers at Iwo Jima. Even there, I'm surprised it's not a higher percentage. And a few percentage of people misplaced Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. And then just about everybody, of course, correctly placed New Coke in 1985. All right, well, there we go. Those were some interesting historical events. Always very interesting things in this game. This week was no exception. I'll be back next week with more of this. Bye for now.